Gate Pass is under attack. The Regessian army arrived more expediently and violently than expected. They began bombarding the city with dragon bombs, harrying the Griffin Rider guards with attacking wyverns, and driving guards and civilians alike wild with fear, with a huge bat-winged creature. While making their way to the depository, the party engaged many people of aid, and helped most of them, saving a few lives and well-wishing a particular noble looking for his pet weasel. Arriving at the depository, the group met with the pug-faced gnome Funzbar Bitney. However, the party quickly sussed out a magical ruse and discovered that this was not the real Funzbar. Dropping the illusion, an elvish man stood before them, flanked by a Solon, Justin? Solon? Solon, cool. Flanked by Solon, a celestial ball of light that attacked the party as he fled. The able adventurers pursued the elf, but he escaped using a potion of flight, soaring over the gated wall of the depository. Soon after, guards arrived and disarmed the crew. They soon found an unconscious Funzbar, the real one this time, hidden amongst more incapacitated officers. The school stands ready was the password Torrent gave to the gnome after he was roused, before he hurriedly shuffled the party outside. Once there, Funzbar revealed that he had been forced by the Regessian Inquisitors to keep silent about some precious information, all of which had been sealed into a box and stolen by Larian, the elvish male. Larian had a contact in Gabal's school in the city, a Shahalesti elf woman named Shealis. Shealis? The next step was clear. Get the box from that elf at Gabal's school.
I was going to say it, Shealis, yes.
Oh, I nailed it then.
In case you're curious. As you guys were meeting in the streets, you were able to talk with Funzbar, as you said. And at the end, Torrent, speaking to the group with Funzbar in arm, said to you, "There's a temple safe house a few blocks away. Meet us there once you have acquired the box. This is what you are here for, please. We'll see you then." As you move away and continue on down the street, the first thing that you notice is that most of the people are starting to have cleared the streets at this point. The initial thought is that they're probably starting to take shelter. Clear the streets, take shelter, figure out what's safe, and find a good spot to be. You also notice that the bombings have ended by this point. Instead, there is a kind of dramatic aerial battle that's occurring overhead, just on the border of the vision of those with the improved dark vision from Bryn. And you can watch from above as the wyverns are fighting these griffin riders back and forth, trying to maintain or gain air superiority over the city.
Lasts an hour, by the way.
That's wild.
The dark vision, 300 feet.
Yep.
Battle
horns blare in the sky as the battle between the wyvern riders and griffin riders continues, and you watch as two flying shapes, one with the feathered wings and one with bat wings, if that answers your question, cross paths overhead. A loud crack sounds out, and the bat-winged shape spirals out of control and crashes onto the roof of a building further down the street. A moment later, a shattered lance falls out of the sky with its tip having been snapped off, presumably in the neck of the wyvern that fell. As you continue down the street, you come across a rope tossed down from the roof of the building and into the street. The wyvern, you can tell, is laying on the roof, a broken lance tip in its throat, and the rider's tracks are easy to follow through the snow. Down the alley, less than 100 feet away, you find a trio of townsfolk dead in the snow. And from nearby, you hear the blood-curdling scream of a woman that suddenly stops before the cry of a child silenced by a thud.
I'm immediately going towards the noise.
Yeah, I'm barreling.
I'm gonna
swords drawn.
Run next to Winry and tap her shoulder and say, "Stay alert," and give her vigilant blessing. So you have advantage on the next initiative roll.
Okay. Winry, you'll have advantage for that. As you run along, assuming that you're doing so all together.
Yes, 100%.
You follow the trail of footprints into a nearby house. You just crashing through at full speed?
Yeah.
Good, strong.
As you crash through the mostly open door, you're met with a scene that you unfortunately probably expected. A orcish male, is rooting through a nearby dresser, clothes tossed around in reckless abandon around the room. The bodies of a man and a woman lie nearby in pools of blood, and a young boy lies crumpled nearby his feet, the early signs of a bruise forming on his forehead. As soon as you crash through the door, the man, he starts immediately, and as he does so, you notice that he was just considering the buckles and snaps on his armor as you came crashing through, but he'll instead reach down, grab the mostly unconscious boy off the ground, and hold him up in front of him as though with a human shield, and moves his axe towards his throat. Says, "Leave."
If we let you leave, will you put the boy down?
Let me get changed first. They'll kill me in the streets.
Why are you wanting to get changed?
I have to get out of here.
What are you talking about?
See a soldier. Everyone will fall on me.
Yes, they will. As will we.
Or would I put the boy down? Kind of
We'll
holds
let-
the axe up once more. As
We'll
you
let
stare
you-
at him, as you stare at him, you can clearly see that he's in panic to some degree. He's also limping slightly, as you can see blood seeping through his armor down his leg, as it's kind of dripping and leaving footprints on the boards inside.
We'll let you walk away.
I see that you are wounded. I can see to that. Just don't hurt the
Heal
boy.
An enemy?
Well,
For this boy?
absolutely.
I don't trust you. Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Jack, you can have advantage on it too.
Is inspiration a d6 or is it advantage?
Oh boy.
Inspiration is a
switch.
advantage on any roll.
So I'm assuming we all drew our weapons though when we saw him and he took the boy.
I am assuming, yes, that you all have them out or at least at hand.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
14.
Okay.
Not very
He
good.
looks at you and you starts to consider the options. He says, "Stay outside. If you come in, he dies."
We'll stay where we are, but you have to come to us.
I have not. I don't trust you.
All right, then I will. I'll do the healing from here. How about that?
He'll
May
allow
I?
it.
And I'll pull the whistle up to my mouth. This is what I use to heal.
Jack.
He
Is
looks
it?
very suspicious, but he's allowing it. He hasn't.
It is a
attacked.
magic. It is a magic spell, sir, and this is what I use to cast magic. So I'm going. If he doesn't react negatively, I'm going to pull the whistle up to my mouth. I'm going to blow a very high-pitched whistle, and the whistle is going to enter his head. I'm going to cast suggestion. I'm going to say, I suggest you put the axe down and come here so that no one else is hurt. It's a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, let me.
Don't you have like advantage because he's an enemy or something?
I
I think that's friends.
don't think so.
That's what I was making sure of too, that he didn't have advantage because of being openly opposed.
Hostile. Hostile.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw then. He rolls a 12.
Yes. He needed to roll a 13.
Nice.
Yikes.
Very nice.
He starts to kind of nod slightly. You can say, okay. I'm trusting you. You'll keep your word, yes?
Of course.
He kind of sets the boy down on the ground. He's watching you all very carefully while he does so. And he slowly starts setting the axe at his feet and lets go of it and stands back up. I still need to get changed first.
Me heal your wound, and then we'll see about getting you out of here.
I'll bind it myself.
Very well.
May I move forward and heal the boy?
What about the parents? What about I'm on
And,
the
and the parents.
He, as though kind of getting snapped out of some trance almost that he's in, he
Like a
starts
wind.
looking around at what's kind of the scene around him. He starts kind of breathing a little bit more
Who is this? The
shallow.
can I
the
just
man.
get a quick glance at the parent? Are they dead?
Make a medicine check. We'll say with disadvantage from the distance.
Dustin, you're saying that the orc in front of us is snapped out of a trance?
Almost.
Yeah.
I wouldn't quite say like trance per se, but it's like he's looking around the room and he's almost realizing kind of what's going on, if that makes sense. He just
Alright.
starts to breathe a little bit faster, a little shallower.
All right. So I can't tell if they're dead. So I'm going to say, I'm going to do this anyway. I'm going to say,
They look very still.
go, and he's going to fire a crossbow bolt at him.
I'm immediately gonna plunge one of my swords into him.
Go ahead. You guys can both make an attack.
I go to cover the boy.
Jack will yell out, "No!"
That is a 19 to hit.
19 does hit.
Is Myetharia close enough? I get a sneak attack?
Not for this one, no.
Okay,
Can attack
fine.
at the same time.
Isn't
11.
it just the worst, Ryan?
11. Max damage.
11. Very nice.
Yeah.
11 points of damage as it sinks in between kind of sections of his splint armor that he was considering taking off when you made the strikes. Go ahead and Myetharia, you can also make a strike.
I rolled 10.
10, unfortunately, though, does clang off the armor instead, even kind of in partial distraction there. He's still able to take the crossbow bolt, but it kind of deflect enough with his shoulder that it just glances the blow off.
Can I make my second attack?
Not beforehand, no. At this point, it will be time for us to roll initiative.
Winry, you get advantage.
Roll better this time.
Okay.
You didn't. I rolled bad too.
Here, I'm gonna get high initiative with nothing to do.
Tell you, hon, I have been rolling horrible initiative. I think you need to pass that action this way sometime soon.
I rolled right in the middle. 10. Put me in this 10, please.
Winry, what'd you roll?
14.
I'll
Nice.
enter it for you. You rolled that with advantage too?
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Six. Oh, the very bad.
And Rayland?
19. Oh yeah, I can type it in myself.
Nice.
I was just filling it in for you.
And temporary hit points don't heal, correct?
No. Where do you have temporary hit points from?
I don't have them, but my sanctuary.
Oh,
correct. They last for as long as they say that they last for.
Like,
and-
if I brought up my sanctuary, it wouldn't heal the mother, the dad, and the son. It would just...
No.
Because they're already
Correct.
down.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
All right, Rayland, you pierce him with one of your crossbow bolts, and as you do so, you notice that he is already bleeding pretty substantially. It is your turn to go.
Moving in. As I do, I'm going to sheath my crossbow, draw my rapier, and you know what? I'm going to keep my distance and fire another crossbow bolt at him.
Sure, you reload it, crank it back up, and shoot again. Go for it.
All right. That is a 21 to hit.
That definitely hits.
This time, do I get that sneak net?
You do now, because Myetharia is there.
All right, cool.
I only
Sneak.
didn't before because you shot as you called, which would have been her trigger to go, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
she wouldn't
Yeah.
have been there yet.
Yeah, that makes sense. That is ridiculous. 6 damage total.
6 damage total, even with
With
sneak
your
attack?
sneak attack?
Yeah.
What, did you roll
1,
all?
2, and a 3, guys.
Oh.
Yikes.
No
Absolutely.
plus.
It
So
gets
you're still
better.
getting weapon damage.
No, that is my damage. Oh yeah, my plus 3, so 6 total. I apologize.
So
No,
9.
9 damage.
Nine.
Yeah.
Still pretty sad, but it is a little bit more. As the
still
second
pretty
crossbow
sad.
bolt takes him kind of in the other shoulder, he's reeling. Anything else, Rayland?
Trying to think if there's a bonus action. I'm gonna move. Oh, is the boy? Where's the boy? Or is
Underneath me.
Okay, then never mind. I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
set.
I was kind of imagining the boy is kind of this square, this area, and then there's also a woman who is kind of
Do I
right
still have a
behind
bonus
you.
action?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna use my bonus action to sheath my crossbow, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. Sure. Sounds great. Winry, you are the next one to react.
Okay. This is difficult terrain, right?
Yes, the ones that are marked are difficult
Triangles.
because of the wyvern landing on the roof.
I will hop over that mess of boxes, and head over to him and give him a punch in the face.
Give him a
Yeah, the
punch.
punch.
Here, friend, have a punch.
He receives your punch to his
Well, I
face.
do not. 12.
12, not enough, as he's able to kind of recover from the crossbow bolts and starts to defend himself.
Then I'll try to punch him with my other hand.
Go for it.
I think Winry might never punch again. 7.
Winry is
Are
a
you-
very
are you-
poor puncher.
Pulling your
Are you
punches?
sure I'm a monk? I think so.
All right, Winry
I've been a
runs
wizard this whole time.
up, kind of like, looks really excited, really go get him, and then just kind of socks him twice in the arm, and is like, got him good. Anything
your
else,
buds.
Winry?
No.
All right, Bryn.
I'm going to use my healer's kit and stabilize the boy. He is thus stabilized.
Very nice. He is. His eyes kind of flutter open. I'm gonna give him consciousness too, just as for fun part. And you can tell that he has decent swelling kind of on the top of his head, right in his hairline, where his hair meets his face, if that makes sense. And so he, while conscious, is still looking kind of groggy and out of it. But he looks out. He's like, hello.
And then where did
are
you
you?
say the mom and the dad were? In
Mom's
relative
right
to me?
behind you.
Okay, then I'm gonna with
The other
slow-
people were in the street. Besides that.
Oh, like the dad.
People.
The
Maybe.
Dead.
I mean, the dead people that you passed initially were down in the street.
I'll sort of. I don't need to move next to her. I'll sort of like huddle. What do I want to do? I'll push the boy behind me, and I'm right by the mom, so I don't need to move closer. So that's all for my turn.
Okay.
I just picture you heal him and then you like backfoot him out of the way.
Get back there.
You're good now. Myetharia, it's you.
All right, I'm gonna take my 2 attacks on him.
Go for it.
That's better. First one's a 17.
17 does hit.
Excellent. And that is a 7 for that.
Okay.
7 points of damage.
Very nice.
Ah, that's good. And then the second hit is a 21
That definitely hits.
with 5 points of damage.
Very nice. Yeah, he's looking very shaky on his feet after 2 more slashes from the swords. Unlikely to survive much more.
Okay. That's all I can do.
Jack, it's you.
Okay. Go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'll stay right there.
Okay.
Nope. Can I go here?
Certainly can. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I said
I
it
go
wrong
there.
last time if you were listening. I corrected myself. You can move through ally spaces. You can't shoot through ally spaces as easily.
Okay.
That was
Fair
incorrect
enough.
about that previously.
All right. As I'm moving up, I'm gonna pull out my short sword, and I'm just gonna kind of hop over all the crash debris, and I'm gonna land right next to him. I'm gonna point my sword at his chest region, and I'm gonna say, "Stand down, and we will not end your life."
Make an intimidate check.
Okay.
Yeah, since he's so hurt and there's so many of you, go ahead and make it with advantage. We'll say that
Okay.
everyone is kind of with you.
There we go. 18.
He was kind of in the process of like squatting down, kind of dodging and taking blows, squatting down to reach down and grab the battle axe that was at the ground next to him. And as you walk up and you say those words, you kind of level the sword at his neck. As you do so, he freezes. He's like, and he'll put his hands up, both of them, and bow his head slightly.
I have a bonus action still.
Sure. Yeah, it'd be an
Okay.
action to use the intimidate.
I'm gonna cast Healing Word on him.
Go for it.
Five HP back to him,
Okay.
and I'll say to him, "I am a man of my word. I said that we would let you go."
He, is that the end of your turn, Jack?
But my sword is still pointed at him, like
Sure.
just in case.
Okay. That's the end of your turn, though?
Yep.
Okay. He will look up at you and for a brief moment. He'll just kind of nod slightly, but then his eyes will start wandering and he'll start to look around the room. And you can watch as his eyes kind of take in the boy with clearly had been hit with the haft of the battle axe and knocked unconscious. He'll look from him to the woman who's on the ground, cut, bleeding heavily at the very best, and he just kind of starts looking around, and his eyes start getting hollow. His mouth starts to like just drop open on its own. He starts looking. He's like, I don't. I'm sorry.
War and battle are terrible things, and sometimes we do things that we don't mean, but that doesn't mean that we're lost.
He'll
I
just
can
kind
show
of
I can
kneel
show you out of the
down,
building.
like, he was already squatted, and he'll just kind of collapse to his feet into like sitting on his heels, basically, as his arms kind of go limp and just kind of drag onto the ground beside him. Rayland, it is technically your turn.
You get some
say that.
sweet sneak attack right now.
I'll say that just in case, because I know you were wanting to put him down, so I'm giving you the option.
Yeah, he's just gonna say, Let him go, you idiot. And he's gonna walk over and he's not gonna draw his he's not gonna draw his swords, but he's gonna find some rope or something and try to tie him up. Or maybe he's just gonna like kind of put a foot on his back and like push him to the ground.
Sure. There's little resistance as he just kind of flops down with your foot. Even as little as you are, it's very easy for you to push him.
He's gonna say, "Someone hand me some rope."
That's right, you used yours.
Let me see if I have something on hand. Yeah, I have some.
Are we still? You want to still run an initiative, or?
Not unless anyone's going to take any fatal action towards him.
Excuse me. I'm gonna look at Rayland. I'm going to say, we need to let him go, but he doesn't need to be armed. We don't want him hurting anyone else. But I don't think he will.
Jack, this man has killed.
Yeah.
his people.
I'm gonna ignore him. Is Myetharia offering me a rope?
I am. Yes.
Okay.
You can take we'll
What
say
you phrased that was hilarious. I'm gonna ignore him.
Ryan's got some blood loss.
depending on how enthusiastic Rayland wants to be here, you could probably cut like 5 feet of rope off.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. And I'll give him a good tie. I'll give him a good hog tie.
Oh, I like it.
Are you
Tie the hands, tie
carrying him?
tie the wrists, tie the ankles, and then a strap between them.
I'll stabilize the mom.
Oh, I'm just gonna go do that. Good job.
Well, I can't. I just stabilize her. I don't bring her any. Give her any
Sleight
hit
of hand
points.
for that or something, Justin.
I'm using one of the last spell slots to do it, so I'd allow.
A stabilizer.
Okay. Yes, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Oof, not good. That's a 9.
I'll give you advantage because you have a bunch of people around you who would be assisting and watching you do so.
Can I help at all? Help tie him up?
That's what the advantage is.
All right,
Okay.
24.
Very nice. You tie him up very well. The way that's going to work is that if he tries to break free, he will have to beat your rope tying skill, basically, and how well you tied the knots.
All right. Can I just say while he was tying, I bent over and tried to help make sure the knots were done well, just like trying to help out. And I'll say, if we are not to let him go, then let's make sure that he is completely immobile.
Rayland will stop for a second, kind of look at him, and then look back down and resume what he's doing. That's actually, like, I can imagine him not doing a great job at first, and then after hearing Jack saying that, he like kind of redoubles his effort or doubles his effort, and that's when he is able to really do a good old knot there. Just knot him up.
Totally.
What shall we do with him? Really?
Hell if I know.
We don't have the time for this.
I agree.
Just leave him in the middle of the road.
I'm just gonna look around for a second. Is there like a closet or something?
Well, as you look around, it appears that this is a fairly simple home. There's 2 bedrooms and then a main kind of common room that incorporates the rest of the house.
There's no. Is there any room that doesn't necessarily open to the outside? Like no windows, no anything.
There's 2 bedrooms.
Well, we could just leave him in the middle of the road so that the guards can get him.
That's not what'll happen, and Jack won't allow that. He'll just get murdered.
I will.
While Rayland's looking around for a place to stow him, I'm going to look to the family and say, "Are you able to move?"
Bryce, the boy who introduces himself at this point, kind of rubs his forehead, like I said, but he starts looking around. He's like, "I think I'm going to be okay." The mother is a little bit more out of it. She's just barely coming to consciousness at this point, and looks like she could barely do much of anything.
Okay.
While stabilized, she's not really functional at this point in time.
I'm going to look to Bryce and say, "Bryce, do you know where your mother kept your valuables? Golds."
Make a persuasion
Interesting
check.
things.
Yeah, where are you going here, Jack?
All right, maybe I'll phrase it differently.
We are going to steal from you right now.
We need payment for what we've done. Thank you.
I'm going to say instead, if you know where your mother's valuables are, collect them, and you need to help her out of this building to another safe location. Do you think you can do that?
Where would we go?
Do you have neighbors?
I mean, sure. Is it safer there?
Well, there's not a dragon creature that has crashed through the roof there.
Sure. There's nowhere that's safe right now.
Very few places. I want you to be away from this man, though he is very well tied. If he is to get loose, we cannot trust him to not hurt you.
Oh, how can we just let him be? He attacked us. We're just supposed to let him take our home?
I was of the same mind. Either we leave him in here, and he gets loose at some point, or we take him outside and the guards dispatch of him. There are only two options here, and we know which one must be done. We can't just let him go.
This is their home. We can't kick them out into the street while all this is going on.
Well, I will not stand by while another life is ended just because of a mistake.
If we don't end this life, many more will be taken by him. Do you not understand that?
Put him in the cart outside.
Yeah,
Put him under the cart.
In carrying him, we can drop him in a corner somewhere nearby.
I sigh and shake my head and reach down to grab him, and will take any assistance in dragging him outside.
Okay, I'll help. When you want to help, you won't have to roll for it, probably.
Let me handle this.
Is there, first before we go, is there anything on him?
The man?
Yeah.
You want to try to rifle his pockets and such?
I'm gonna just check his pockets quick.
We are now going to rob from you, sir.
No, he is just carrying his armor, his battle axe, and a light crossbow.
All right, well, yeah, I'll make sure that the axe and the crossbow are left in the house, and then we'll take him out.
Does he still have crossbow bolts?
Actually, you know what? I guess we tied him up already. But I could probably, since I hogtied him, we can. Yeah, you know what? Never mind.
You could certainly cut off his armor if you wanted to. But
all
it
right,
would
we're
require
cut
like
off his
cutting the
armor.
straps, basically.
We're gonna cut off his armor and leave him. Yeah, so that his at the very least.
Naked?
He's not naked. Without armor, you're not naked under the armor.
At the very least, he won't be recognized.
Winry's like, I am.
He's very uncomfortable.
Winry is naked under her armor because she doesn't wear any.
She doesn't wear armor.
Exactly.
Monks don't.
Well,
I will agree to that. That sounds good. I'll pick up a dagger. I'll take it out and I'll help you work his armor off.
Okay. It takes some time, but beyond time, it is not a difficult chore for you to do so. It seems as though he's putting up basically zero resistance at this point in time. And as you kind of are cutting things away, you can't help but notice the slight shaking and shudders, basically, that rack him. As you can see, as you look down towards his face, the slight roll of tears cutting through the grime and blood that's staining his face.
He's sad.
Yep. All right. Once we get his armor off, a couple of us can haul him outside and put him in a corner somewhere.
Sure. You bring him out and you kind of take him just around the corner and you kind of toss him there, basically leaving him behind in the gutter of the street corner off to the side.
We need to get to Gabal's.
Okay.
yes.
Gabal's? Gables?
Gabal.
As we're running, as we leave, I will say to the guy, you did wrong, but you can do right. And then I'll turn and leave and go with everybody else.
Okay. The boy kind of waves to you a little bit and says thank you to Bryn as you guys take off and continue on down the road. It does take you a little bit of time from here to pass through the rest of the city. As you do so, you notice there's only marginal change in what's happening above. You can still kind of hear in the distance the fighting a little bit, but it seems to have died down quite a bit. Most of the combat, it seems, is mostly in the air at this point in time. And every now and then you'll hear kind of the clang and clash of things from above, but there's no more thumps, there's no more bombing, there's no more anything of this nature. So the majority of the city, while taking refuge and taking shelter, seems to be pretty intact at this point.
As we're going, as we're making our way down over to Balls, I'm gonna casually find my way over to Jack and say in a bit of a hushed voice, "Why did you do that? Why did you treat him that way? He's our enemy.
He's not my enemy.
Are you supporting Gate Pass or not?"
This man's blood was not going to decide the fate of Gate Pass.
No, but neither does any one of these other men who are flying around on wyverns. They are together Gate Pass's enemy. No single man will decide the fate of Gate Pass. That is why we work together.
Glad you agree with me. And I'll pick up my pace a little bit.
I won't pursue the topic any longer.
Anything else
I mean,
from
I
anyone
can
on
tell
the...
that you guys are pissed at me, so I don't really want to drag out a conversation.
No?
Talk about it later.
I'm not like, I don't think Rayland's pissed. He's just kind of like,
I don't think Rayland's pissed.
Disagreement is different from being mad.
Jack thinks that everyone's mad at him.
Well,
No, he doesn't. I don't know.
no.
I mean, he can he could think that, but
No.
Rayland's more just like moving along, you know?
Yeah.
He's not really paying too much mind to, you know.
Yeah, I think it's because we were close that I found issue with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Rayland's constant thought is, these noobs.
Yeah. Did Steph just say something?
Yeah,
She
yes,
did.
she did.
She made a good joke.
Oh,
That was
don't
real
say
funny.
that.
Pretty good.
She only says funny things when she goes downstairs. Ugh.
Guess we'll have to wait for the
Yeah.
here in the
Recap.
episode when
Yeah, recap.
Right. You are going to have to travel through a couple of districts in order to make it to Gabal's school at this point in time. So if there's any other conversations that you'd like to have on the run, you do have a little bit of time. Probably about 10 minutes, give or take.
Sure.
If not, yes.
I'll drop back to Myetharia. And I will say, what was the last thing you said?
I said that no single man will decide the fate of Gate Pass. That's why we
Right.
are working together.
I will say, I think you saw the same man that I saw, a broken, sorrowful man for his actions.
I don't know what you saw. I saw a scared, pitiful worm who was scared to lose his own life. Just like any man or creature that lives here with a knife to his throat.
Ending his life would not have reversed the injury that he had caused, and it would not stop the violence that we see around us. But kindness and mercy might just.
I think you don't know this world.
I certainly don't.
Kindness and mercy have little ground here. Killing this man would have prevented him from killing many others in the future. I don't know if he will go on in a peaceful life of a farmer after your words. I don't know that. You're right. But we also don't know that he won't continue his wicked ways.
The same argument can be made for anyone.
But we know that these people are against us here. And we fight for Gate Pass. So why should we not, in turn, fight against that which is against Gate Pass?
Because sometimes killing isn't the answer. At least I don't think so. Do you think there's a possibility that letting him live might allow him to recoup his mistake and do better?
His mistake? He was following orders. Can you call that a mistake? You certainly can. But he's been taught to follow orders, and that is exactly what he will do. Even if it means his own head.
I do not know if showing him mercy is the right thing or not, but it certainly feels like the right thing to me. And I would not expect you to do anything different than what you feel is right, and I hope that you can respect the same of me.
Well, Jack, I will try to. But we're trying to stop a war here, as I told you before. As I told you yesterday. This is not some adventure we're on here. This isn't some little trip to have fun and see the sights. There are people who will be after us for our necks, and we must, to be able to save our own necks, be willing to take the lives of others.
Well, then I'm glad you're with me.
I'm having fun.
As we get closer to the balls, Rayland will speak up and say, who cares? He's tied up on a shed or tied up on a, what did we leave him on? A wagon.
He's
tied up on a wagon in the middle of a street.
Sewer or something.
He could be dead, he could be alive. Neither of you know. Myetharia, pretend he's dead. Jack, pretend he's alive. Who gives a shit?
That is a very diplomatic way of looking at it, Rayland.
Well, Rayland, the point behind it is that this will not be our one and only occasion if we will be working together in the future. That we will come across a situation like this where we have the opportunity to spare a man's life or to take it. And so I am trying to be diplomatic about it.
If it makes you feel better, he probably is dead right now because some guard found him and just gutted him.
Oh, I don't have any problem with how we left him. I'm sure some guard will find him.
Good. Then let's just move on.
We are.
Gabal's is ahead anyway.
Indeed. Let us go.
As you say that, Cabal School rises kind of before you. It consists of a small campus with two 50-foot tall towers and several smaller outbuildings, all surrounded by a moat and an iron fence. It is, as you know, mockingly called the castle by those who don't like the school's pompous headmaster. As you approach the gate, I'm assuming you're just coming to the front gate unless you say otherwise.
Actually, can I do something quick?
Sure.
You know what? Forget it. Let's move on. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's go.
Okay. As you approach the gate, from a distance even, you can see a younger man with blue robes, standing kind of in the door or the gateway, so to speak, right where it would be open. And he's kind of just leaning up against the wall there in the torchlight. He has a little bit of a paunch and a receding hairline, but he's leaning, like I said, against the inside of the gate while he smokes a cigarette in an attempt to stay warm. At your approach, if you approach, I'll let you decide. What would you like to do?
Is it someone that I recognize?
You, not particularly. You might have seen him around, maybe, but not expressly, no.
How about this? Would I have any suggestions as to ways to get inside without going through the front gate?
You
maybe from a
have
sneaky prank.
done so before, but it was not easy, and you know that they have varying amounts of security. It's hard to know right now. Like, there's a lot going on. You could certainly climb the wall if you wanted to, but it would not be easy to do so.
Is there any... Actually, it would be easy to do so. Can we go to a... Well, here's the thing. Now, let's approach this...
Yes, you could, darling. But not all of us could. And I kind of give like a... I don't know if anybody would notice this, but I kind of give a little side over to Bryn as I say that.
So as we're all standing around, and it seems like Jack and Myetharia are a little nervous about going over the walls.
I'm quite fine.
Or talking to this guy. Rayland's gonna say, yeah, maybe we should just go over the walls instead.
How high are the walls?
So you're having this conversation also, like, in the middle of the street, basically. And so he clearly has noticed that you've approached to some degree.
All right, fine.
You can still go your own way afterwards, but...
I'll say, all right. He might not know me. Okay, I'll clear my throat, and I will approach. And I will say, greetings, friend.
Before I approach, I'm giving you guidance.
Oh, thanks.
At your approach, he'll speak back with you, and he'll say, hey, what can we do for you?
Very, very warm greetings to you, friend. My name is John. We were told... Hang on. Oh, it's not in these notes. It's in my...
Jack's just sitting by the door going through his notebooks.
Brian, you can put something more intrigue on.
I will say, we were told to come here and meet with a woman named Shealis. We were told, and I'll kind of like very like trying to be secretive, like look out and be like, we were told to meet Shealis here.
Indeed, she is rather expecting us, and we were told to we're told we should probably keep it on the down low, if you know what I mean, good sir.
Make a deception check.
I got it.
And before.
I'll give you advantage, I guess. If Justin
Good,
allows.
Justin?
No, actually.
Okay.
Because I was going to give him disadvantage.
D4.
Oh, yeah. You guy did me.
A guy dead.
Yeah, he did.
Hey, nice. Really good. Hang on. Deception starts with a D, so it's at the top. 22.
Are they alphabetical?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
As you talk about
no,
it and you mention her name, you can see his interest immediately vanish, and he rolls his eyes. He says, oh, really? Here to meet her? Jeez.
She has a job for us, is what
Great.
we've heard.
I'm sure she does.
Are you saying there's someone more interesting we can meet here?
Basically anyone.
Oh.
How
Who?
is she?
Whatever. If you're here to meet her, you can go see her. That's fine.
I love this.
This guy's great. What's this guy's name?
Yeah.
You don't have to tell me. I'm not going to ask his name as Rayland, but
But Ryan wants to know.
Ryan Alonz wants to know. We'll just keep moving though. Actually,
I'll ask. I'll say thank you, sir. What kind service? What? I didn't catch your name.
Diogenes.
Whoa.
Are you fucking with us right now?
I bet you Justin has a giant list of crazy ass names.
It's under a list called "Fuck You, Ryan." What was the name one more time, Justin?
Diogenes.
Diogenes.
is it after the philosopher?
It is. Spelled the same too.
Oh, okay. Okay, so he'll let us pass. We're gonna go past him.
He's gonna walk with you, actually, but yes.
All right, come on with us.
He's gonna come with. He's fine. I can show you her rooms if you are. What are you? Not even the first one's coming here. What's all the
Well.
fun with her?
Well,
Who
we
else came?
prefer
Well-
to keep it.
When he says that, Rayland's gonna shoot a look towards Myetharia, quick. Kind of shake his head, and
I interpret that look.
As you will.
Thanks, Justin.
Yep. Was there more to that, Rayland?
yeah, I'm gonna. Man. No, let's just continue to follow him. We'll continue to follow him. He's not going to.
I'll simply say, oh, it's just a private matter that she needs dealt with. Nothing too important.
Great.
Who else came to see her?
It was some elf guy and her familiar came back.
Her familiar.
Just him?
Yeah, just they came by like, I don't know, 10 minutes ago, something like that.
Oh.
Probably still here. I haven't seen him leave.
Oh, that's good to know. I haven't seen him in a while.
So our timing is correct then.
That is probably Larian.
Yes, I haven't seen him in quite some
I
time.
don't know. Didn't ask his name.
It'll be good to see him.
Diogenes, do you mind if you just point the way? We can take it from here.
I'd rather not, but yeah, well, I'll show you where and then I'll leave. Don't worry.
Much thanks.
As he lets you inside, you notice that one of the two stone towers in the background is cracked, as though seemingly from a bomb during the night. There's also two corpses, well, one of a griffin and its rider, floating in the moat nearby where they landed. And as you kind of look and you notice them, you notice a kind of greasy-looking student walking forward who's like, hey, would you perhaps be of help in dragging those corpses ashore for some experimentation? Diogenes quickly, just, get out of here. They're not here for you. Go away. And he's, excuse me. Sorry. And then he kind of shoots Diogenes a glare and a look at his back as you guys continue on through. Says, well, it's a little bit more empty here than normal, but I don't know how often you've been here. Said you have business with her after all. Maybe you've been here before, but not many
It's been
people are
a
still
little-
around.
It's been a little while.
Sure,
And why
sure.
are there so few people here, if I may
Well,
ask?
I mean, Cabal himself vanished, along with some of the top students.
Was this in the night?
With the battle?
Yeah.
Oh.
Good heavens.
I mean, some of the other higher ups also, I've heard at least talk that they're trying to escape, so we'll see how that
Escape or
goes.
fight?
Yeah, some of each probably, but I know some of the talk was at least of getting out. The Scourge has them all on edge, you know? Big deal.
To be sure.
Why
But
did
yeah,
you
I mean,
go?
only a handful of students still here. Mostly kind of basic and evokers, you know. The low end of the students, people who have nowhere to go.
And you?
No, I mean, got nothing better to do.
Do I believe him?
Yeah, I believe him.
It's,
I
I
like
mean,
this guy.
to some extent, he just, he seems like an affable person for the most part.
Just going with the flow.
He just doesn't see a need to go anywhere.
He's definitely one of the low achievers here at the school, but
Possibly, you can ask him.
goodness.
He's looking for the slow promotion.
yeah, he played too many video games to. I know that feeling.
He's there for that. He's there for that seniority promotion. That's about it.
He's smoking weed out back. Actually, he was
Probably.
smoking a cigarette when
He was smoking a cigarette.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
this guy.
I feel like
This
you're
guy's my
describing.
favorite.
I feel like you're
Yeah,
describing
he's
what's
rock.
his face that's at your work.
What?
I said I feel like you're describing what's his face that's at your.
Oh
office.
yeah, you told us about that old guy who don't care about anything.
Fred? Maybe Fred or
don't know.
Ken? No,
Either
this is not
He's
a Ken.
10.
He saved a guy's life.
No, this is not a Ken. This is not a Ken. This guy's way more cool. Like I would hang out with Diogenes.
Diogenes, one of the last things he said was, "Must not have been here much." And Jack will say, "I have never been in Gabal's school." Try to sell it.
Make a deception check with disadvantage.
Okay.
You just wanted to make deception check at disadvantage.
Yeah, he's really asking for it.
He is.
Was.
13.
He looks at you and he's like, "What? I feel like I know you." Kind of see him as he's kind of staring at you.
I play in a lot of pubs
No,
and such.
no, you're that guy. Did that thing. Ball hates you. You know that? He looks happy. Like he's like lit up a little bit by recognizing you.
Is he lit up in like a positive way? Or
That was
what?
really fucking funny. I'll tell you that.
All right. I'll say, all right, yes, that was me. I'm glad that you found humor in it. So did I.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't help it. They're all kind of snobby. You know the type.
Aren't they?
All big into all this evocation and blowing shit up. Nobody likes the subtlety anymore.
I believe that you and I will be fast friends. I agree with you in every way.
Not while you're here, at least, but maybe other places.
I will happily buy you a drink if I see you out in the world, sir.
Looking for a Shealis. I mean, what are you doing for her? Just kind of shakes his head like he's repeating himself. Disappointing.
Diogenes and Jack.
Why don't you like her?
She's a prick.
That's a good reason, I
Well,
suppose.
we're not going to see her because we like her.
She was a favorite. I mean, she ticks all the boxes for the school, so to speak. You know, she's a blaster. You know how it is. Kind of gives you finger guns as he says it.
Can this guy be our sixth party member?
Yeah. Sorry, Justin, you're breaking your own rules. Diogenes was with us.
Would you care to join us? No.
Okay, so we keep going.
Sure, you can.
Yeah.
Well, he can bring you to kind of one of the outlying buildings at the school. Actually, no. He'll bring you to the main tower. I'm wrong. Sorry. And am I wrong? 4 is the dormitories. No, he brings you to one of the outlying buildings. I'll try once more to say the right thing.
You have one job, Justin.
It is Diogenes leading us around after all. He probably forgot.
kind of bumbling around just for fun, just to spite.
I forgot that stairwell's closed.
Just to spite Shealis a little bit. And he'll bring you to the dormitories and he'll kind of crack the door and he'll say, hers is, 5th one on the left. I'm sure you'll be able to tell. They'll probably,
Thank you, Diogenes. You are a wonderful fellow.
Yeah, I mean, don't tell her I sent you. She might be mad.
We found our way on our own. Wink, wink.
Yeah, I'll be waiting at the gate if you need me.
Thanks.
Don't need to see her.
All right, let's kind of enter, and then Rayland's. I'm gonna say, I think wait here. I'm gonna go scout out ahead, and I'm going to. So it's the first one on the left. He said.
5th one on the left.
I'll give him guidance before he goes.
As long as you keep out of sight, please.
I'll tap him on his shoulder and I'll say, "Stay safe."
I'm gonna move quietly down the hall, slowly and quietly. And I mean, I don't know if there's anything I can duck into or duck behind, but maybe I'll keep an eye out for those types of exits as I go. So
it's a pretty straight hallway. I mean, it's think of it like a hotel basically, where it's just like there are doors along the way, and it's just a hallway.
I'm also going to keep an eye out for any kind of like traps or alarms.
While we're waiting, I'm gonna give Vigilant Blessing to Jack.
Oh, thanks.
I'm going alphabetical order.
Make an investigation check, Rayland.
Get guidance.
With guidance. So that is plus D4.
Yep.
All right. I think it's going to make a difference. This was investigation 6, 8, 14. No. What's 6 plus 8?
14.
Yeah.
14. Yeah.
Okay. You notice as you're kind of going along that almost all of these doors appear to be like silent within. I mean, it might be one thing during during the night for all of them to be dark and quiet and all this sort of stuff. But with what's going on outside, you doubt that there's many people who are just like taking a nap and snoozing or anything like this. And so as you go down the hallway, you're realizing as you're going, all of these places are still dark and cold, as though the whole building just about has been abandoned.
What about Shealis' door?
Shealis' door, as you start to get closer, is closed currently, but you can see the light kind of sneaking through the crack at the bottom of the door. So you do know that it is currently occupied.
Okay. So what I am going to do then is I'm going to actually move back to the crew and motion to them silently, like finger to the mouth, and then kind of say, let's move with my hands. Like, let's go.
Kind of beckon them.
Yeah.
All right. We'll join him. We'll Scooby-Doo crew tiptoe.
Sure. I'm not going to make you roll a stealth to get near the door, because Rayland didn't get all that close to it. So you'll still be like a door or two down, basically, from where you are here. If you start to get any closer than that, you will start to roll stealth checks at that point.
I'm going to try to direct them into breach formation. So Myetharia,
Myetharia, right?
Myetharia.
Yes.
Myetharia.
You're good. No, you're good.
So he's going to be making like hand motions. He's going to I wish I could have my camera open on so I could show you, but he's gonna be making hand motions essentially to try and direct. Myetharia is probably going to know what he's talking about pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So breach formation. She's going to take kind of point with. Let's go ahead and put Winry also point, and then we'll set up. So essentially, they can go first and just bust through the door. Well, first I guess he has to test the door, but you know.
All right. Well, everyone who's getting closer than 2 doors away has to roll a stealth check.
Yes, exactly.
Has Diogenes left us yet?
Diogenes was kind of staying outside of the dorm area, so he left you at the doorway to going inside.
Excellent.
I'm assuming I'm at the back of the breach, so I probably don't need to roll a stealth check.
Stealth is not my strong suit, so I'm going to stay back too.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. So I think Myetharia, Winry, and Wintry.
It's Wintry, yeah.
Winry.
It's Winry.
It's Winry, but it has a T in it.
The full name is Wintry.
Yeah.
But
the nickname just drops the T in the middle.
yes. Yep.
Nice. I like that. Okay. And so I roll also stealth check.
Yes. If you're getting closer than 2 doors, then yes.
That sucks. 14.
Okay.
Myetharia rolled really well.
Oh yes, so well. I rolled a 2 plus my wonderful stealth, which would have been beautiful tacked onto something else, is a 7.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
so they hear us coming. We probably got to move fast.
Yeah, I got an 11.
Sorry. Yes, I'm just
Justin.
so excited.
Justin, if we make a bunch of noise here, I think Rayland's gonna have the presence of mind to just say, "Let's go."
Yeah, I wasn't gonna really make you slow down too much, but I mean, you start to kind of sneak along, and unfortunately, you not knowing the layout, not knowing the floor at all, or anything like this, you guys are not the sneakiest bunch of 3 as you start making your way further closer to the door, and as you do so, you can start to hear the noises of motion from within, even despite the wall and door in between. It's loud enough in the hallway that they can kind of make out that someone's coming at least.
All right. Let's go. Let's go. We're gonna run in there. I'll go first. Why not?
Swords drawn.
Okay. You guys come busting into the doorway, and as you do so, I'm gonna get rid of some stuff a second. I have to do a little bit of dragging things around to get you all in position a second. So give me 2 seconds to do so. And kind of as you bust in through the door, I'm going to leave most of you back in the hallway, if I can. And Bryn and Jack, you guys were staying back. I will have you guys a little bit further back to dignify the extra turn that it's going to take for you guys to get there.
Well, I mean, it's just movement. Like, if they're standing at the door.
I assume. I haven't looked.
Or +0.
Yeah, but they're like 2 apartments down, basically. Right? Like they're not that close in terms of, or at least one if they noticed that you started running. So they're like 30 feet,
Bro.
maybe less, down the road
So I don't know where it is.
at the time.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Thought they might be closer, but that's all. While you get, Justin, if you don't mind me asking, I know you're busy. Are you going to roll initiative? Are we going to do initiative?
Yes, you can go ahead and roll the initiative right now.
We got
I got to go
advantage.
use the restroom. And oof.
Sounds like you have time
What's
to go
she-
to the bathroom.
Yeah, it's
What's she
8.
doing?
If anyone minds, just I rolled. I got an 8. On my
I got it. I
Thank you.
will
Gosh.
add it
No, I
appropriately.
roll well. Come on.
What's she doing?
Doing Firefox.
Oh.
What's she
It
doing?
worked last time, and for the last one, we were all in the room, so.
What?
The little fight that we just had with
What did you
the.
say?
You get advantage, baby.
Oh, yeah.
That's a +0,
I think I
right?
have everybody set up properly here.
For advantage, huh?
Hey! Yeah. Except I'm
Honey.
not super involved with this combat to start with.
Honey. I got a 1.
We traded.
All right. As you guys kind of bust into the room, you can see that it is a rather spacious, kind of large, open apartment almost. And it kind of has some exterior windows as well. Rayland kind of busts in the door and sees the blonde-haired elven woman who was at least packing things up into a backpack or a satchel at her desk there, but had since turned around, grabbed her component pouch, and was prepping to fight with whatever came bursting through the door at this point in time. You can also note that as you can peer through into the room, I know Rayland humorously ran away at this time. Oh, okay. But you can also note that you can see the elven man, who you presume is Larian, off to the side, who was previously sitting at the table and has now also similarly stood up and drawn his rapier. Let me roll some initiatives for them.
Oh, Myetharia and Winry can move through my square, right? I'm assuming.
Yep, you can move
Yes.
through squares. You can't shoot through squares very well.
Move through, not shoot through. I like it. That's a good rule.
Thanks, I think.
So, I mean, I wasn't.
All right, it will be. Oops, I didn't enter that last one. It will be Myetharia, Winry. You are both kind of the quickest two, so whichever of you would like to go first, you can feel free to.
You can go ahead.
Okay. Let me see. So I think all I can see for right now where I am is the woman. So I'm going to move in. I'll be able to see both of them.
Yep, you can start to see that, and you can also pick out the familiar kind of glow of that
Yes, I see it.
Solon off to the side.
See that. All right.
The man, the elven man, does look to still have some wounds, as though he was not able to kind of take the time to heal himself in this manner, but he is still up and alert despite them.
Okay. Let me see if I can I don't know how far that was. Hang on, because I don't have my mouse.
10, 20, 30.
Excellent. And does that count the 2 I took to get past Rayland?
It's just one. You can go straight through them.
Okay, great.
So you're good.
Okay.
30 feet.
All right, and I'll take my 2 attacks on her.
Go for it. Her. I'm presuming you mean.
Yes, her. The female. Gosh dang it! What's with being at the Heath's house and rolling terribly?
Oof.
Yeah, it's definitely here. I rolled another 5, so that's only 10 to hit.
Does not hit. She's able to simply kind of dodge out of the way to the side as you come charging towards her.
All right, I'm gonna take my second hit on her.
Sure.
Is that Annie?
Oh
That's
my
Fee.
gosh! No, that's a 2, so 7. Nope.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not able to make good contact. The blonde elf woman has blue eyes that flicker like shining sapphires, pale skin glowing like snow. She wears concealing red robes, but you can definitely see the metallic gleam of chainmail that peeks out from her collar. She also has very silver gloves on at the same time, but she is able to quickly and easily evade both of your strikes as they come towards her.
All right, I think that's all I can do.
Winry, it's you.
I'm over there. And
Okay.
so I feel like I missed something. Maybe not. But how do we know that we want to fight this woman?
That's a fair question that you could have asked your party members at some point.
Yep. Okay. I will. I'm gonna do a spin move and kick her in the face. Yeah.
Go for it. Make an attack.
15.
15.
Yep.
15 does hit.
I did it.
You hit something!
Ooh.
Yay!
7 damage.
Okay. 7 points of damage from the first fist.
And then I'm gonna punch her.
Go for it.
Ooh, 22.
That does hit.
Or 4 damage.
Well, still two solid strikes, 2 hits. She does. She's wearing chainmail, so you're punching chainmail effectively at this point in time.
Hurts.
But she's still taking damage. That's good. Anything else, Winry?
Nope.
Okay. Jack, it is you. You'll have to take your first move basically to get to where Rayland is at the doorway.
20, 25, 30. Oh, jeez.
So you're going to take your first move. I know it's not as many squares here, but your first move is going to be to get to Rayland at the doorway.
Oh,
That's going to be your 30 feet. Anything beyond
I see
that
what you're saying. All right, all
is beyond that.
I got you. Rayland's halfling, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna shoot over his head.
Okay.
Oh well. I was gonna say I'm gonna prop my arm on the top of his head, but that wouldn't be very nice. I'm gonna cast. You said she got spell components and everything, right?
Yep.
I'm still gonna do it. I am going to reach out. I'm gonna blow on the whistle and speak out to her and say, "We are here on innocent reasons. You wouldn't want to hurt us, would you? Casting vicious mockery on her. She's got to do a wisdom saving throw.
This sounded more like a suggestion.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly mockery, but sure.
Stop.
Trying to guilt her into not attacking us.
That's a
that's not-
23 to save.
Yeah, she good.
It's a good roll.
Maybe because your mockery sucked.
It was pretty bad. Nothing happens.
Okay. Anything else then, Jack, on your turn?
No.
All right. The next thing that will occur then is that the Solon, this bright beacon off on the side here, is going to make 2 light ray attacks, and it is going to shoot 1 ray at each of Winry and Myetharia at this point. We'll do blue dice for Winry. Wow, that's a natural 1 and a natural 2. So those are both going to
Solid.
be awful. So I'm not even going to worry about it. They both go wild a little bit, and they kind of unable to make contact. It's a little surprised by your immediate entry suddenly.
It's so intimidated by Winry, who just punched so hard.
The next thing that happens then, though, is that Larian is going to step forward from behind. He's going to raise up his rapier, and he is going to attempt to stab at the back of Myetharia.
Wonderful.
This one's a little better. 15 to hit.
Dead on.
He does, as you know from previous encounters, he's very quick and, as such, has some of Rayland's skill, it seems. And so with the nice attack
Spaghettios.
from behind, he's able to do 14 points of piercing damage.
Boy,
Oh, woof.
are we gonna die?
And new campaign.
Oh, we're good. Nope. Yep.
Kind
I'm
of
good. Yep.
Glints a smile towards the doorway after he stabs and says, "Shouldn't have followed. I tried to warn you."
She's not looking very good.
That's the end of his turn. At this, then, the elven woman, who you assume is Shealis, will reach into her component pouch, and she will bring out a few small items within her hand. And as she does so, a flaming sphere erupts in the doorway right in front of Rayland.
Oh no.
Let me get a good token for you.
I'm gonna hide behind Rayland a little bit.
He is only a halfling, as you just made the observation.
You're like in a crouching position then.
Fetal position.
As a 5-foot diameter sphere of fire appears in the space right in front of the doorway. And as it does so, she will also command it forwards and will attempt to smash it into you, Rayland. Please make a dexterity saving throw.
That's a dexterity 15.
15, let me check to make sure, is a success. So you are able to evade the sphere as it comes flying at you. Do you have evasion at this point? That's at 6th, right?
Yeah.
I do not have it. No.
Okay.
So
You do still take a little bit of damage. Oh, just 1 point of fire damage as you're able to mostly evade it. And just kind of take a little bit of a singe to like the end of your finger as you dart out of the way.
First damage of the campaign.
There you go.
First
Oh my gosh.
He's
Why
going
would we
to
stop doing
hop over the boxes here. And I'm going to make a roll to make sure that she's able to. Yep. Just had to
Please
be.
trip. Oh.
Nope. Sorry. She'll hop over here. Winry, if you would like to, when you're able to. I know you're busy, buddy. When you get back, you can make a attack of opportunity if you'd like on her as she leaves. And then she's going to also continue onwards and upwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then she'll hang out right there for the time being, actually. That is where she can get to. That is the end of her turn. Rayland, it is yours.
All right. Can I move through the sphere?
You can, but you'll probably risk
Burnage.
taking a hit from it. Maybe.
Yeah, go ahead. Risk that.
I'm going to say it's the same as if she had rammed it into you because you're effectively going through the sphere of flame. So go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw again.
It would be kind of nice that if he had like kind of shimmied under it while it was trying to ram through him, but all good. That is a 14.
It's still a success.
Nice.
You take this time 2 points of fire damage as you just kind of dart through it. Get singed a little bit more, but not too much as you make your way through.
I like the idea of it like kind of coming to him, and he kind of does this like
Limbo.
Like crouch down, like spin move underneath it as it tries to like kind of aim for his head. Anyway, but so like make it a fluid like ninja like movement. So he gets in there, draws his rapier. I'm going to try and go for Shealis first.
Sure, go for it.
Oh, Shillelagh.
No, that's a 1, so I'm not gonna really get it. But I was really just using that as a feint anyway.
Sure, totally.
Because I want to try and snatch her pouch.
Go for it. Make a sleight of hand check.
Please do
Ooh.
well.
That is
Snatch
18
with those
plus
hands.
17, 25.
Wow.
Wait,
Right?
18 plus 17?
I thought it was at
Sorry,
7.
7. Yeah. Like, how do you have 17?
What did you
18
break?
plus 7.
Lord.
Sorry. Fit 25.
That
He's a
is
cheat
enough.
code.
She has an 18 on hers to retain it. So
Wow.
you are able to rip free the component pouch. You do know that she still has some of them in her hand at this moment in time, though. But the remaining of them you have snatched from her.
Nice. Good
All right.
move.
And let's see. So I have 1, 2, 3.
Jack saw all of that and is definitely like, gotta pick his mouth up off the ground.
Disengage is a
It's a bonus
action.
action.
Bonus.
Yeah, that's a bonus action. So I just used my bonus action. Then I guess I'm going to stay right on top of her. Why not? Let's do it.
Okay. Sounds good. Bryn, it is you. You're last. You'll take your first 30 feet of movement to get to Jack effectively, like the same square that he's in.
Can I be like
Yeah, really
one below him? Or
Yep, that's fine.
I'm going to do my Twilight Sanctuary and get that up. So 30-foot radius sphere centered on me.
30 foot?
Yeah.
And it's sphere. Okay. I'll make sure to do circle this time.
Beautiful.
Here you go.
That
Your
one's a little
purple
bit.
aura emits from you.
Okay. Okay, that's.
I will say
my
any of these squares that it even touches, even slightly, is considered within. Just so you know.
Okay. The purple's a little bit hard on the floor. Can it be like a. I don't want to be darker, then it's going to block things out.
I can see it fine.
It's okay.
I feel like it's harder once it gets by all the people.
I'm colorblind. I can see it.
Better?
That's good. That's
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Ironically, I don't see that as well.
You know what?
It doesn't matter for me, but
So I will.
Can't please everyone.
Yeah. I'll end my turn and then I take my temporary hit points.
Okay.
Oh.
Do you want to know what the hit points are, Justin, or no?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
You can roll it yourself. At the top of the round, Myetharia, it will be your turn, and you'll hear speaking out. Shealis will say, "This is foolish. You know not what you're doing."
Humor me.
Oh goodness. Okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action to use my second wind,
nice.
which I should have done long ago. That's a D10.
That's an 8 that you just rolled.
That's a what?
You just rolled an 8.
No, I rolled a 5.
No,
No,
you said
you
a
rolled a-
D10.
That's an 8?
That's a
You rolled a
D8.
D8.
Yeah, because I don't see a 0 on it. Dope.
Here, this one.
That one? Are you sure? Okay. You sure it's not a 12?
No, the 12 is
Okay.
like this. The 12 is this guy.
I'm so dumb.
D&D before.
I do
bro.
D&D. I do.
The D10 is short and fat. The D12 is tall and skinny.
All right, well, that's 6 plus my 3. Okay. So I have added on 9 hit points. So,
Very nice.
and then I'm going to how do you pronounce his name? Larian?
Larian?
Larian.
He certainly looks
Larry.
hurt. Like, he still has the wounds that you guys imparted, there we go, on
Imparted
him.
to-
But he's not, like, on death's door quite or anything like this.
Right. All right, I'll make an attack out of him, I suppose.
All right, go for it.
Doggone
no.
it, Heath! I rolled a 1.
Maybe it is us.
Unfortunate.
All right, and then I'll just say to her, yes, humor us. Why don't you explain to us what we don't understand about you stealing prized information out from under us? And that's my turn.
All right, Winry. The baby looks very awkward over there.
She's so tired and she had to poop and she doesn't want to go to sleep.
Oh,
I'm going to kick him in the neck.
Him?
Yep.
Okay, go for it.
24.
Wow, that definitely hits.
And 4 damage.
Still 4 more than he had before.
And
Oh, you get hit points.
kick him again.
Or
24.
it's again.
6.
6 points.
Yep.
Nice.
All right, 2 solid strikes. Anything else that you'd like to do, Winry?
Oh, attack of opportunity. When she moved
Oh,
past
yeah.
me.
You can attack her. Go for it.
I know. Oh, 24.
That also hits.
Is that
Very
3
nice.
24s in a row?
4 damage. Yeah.
Nice.
Not very good on the damage rolls,
Yeah.
but three strikes, they all land at least as you continue to put in a little bit of chip damage. Anything else, Winry?
Nope.
All right, perfect. Jack, it's you.
I'm going to pull out my whistle
Whistle.
and I'm going to blow a low note and a blast. What?
A brown note.
I actually, yeah.
Not a brown note.
Everyone just falls asleep.
That's
And
not what that
a
does, but sure.
A blast of cold erupts from me. I'm casting Ray of Frost. I want to cast it on the ball of fire. Hoping
You're
that
gonna cast a ray of frost on the flaming sphere.
Yeah, I'm hoping to put out the fire.
He's too
Uh,
dainty to step through it.
The flames or
Do
the,
I
the
think
ice
that won't?
shoots.
Do I think that won't work?
You don't know that typically magic works in that function. This is not like this is a magical sphere of fire. This isn't just like a torch, right? Like, these aren't things that you can put out by dousing them. Like, throwing water onto magical fire doesn't put it out.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
sure. Then I won't do that, and I'll just scooch past it as best I can.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw if you're going through it.
Try to do what Rayland did and see how cool. See if
Sure.
I can be as cool as him.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. $18.
Very nice. You do look pretty cool. You suffer the similar 2 points of fire damage as you kind of pirouette your way into the room.
I'll take it. And then I'm going to cast. Actually, now seeing kind of how big the room is. Justin, is this a wall right here?
What?
It's
The far side, yes. That's a wall
What?
over there.
well. Is this the edge of it right here?
No. Oh, do you
Okay.
guys only have a certain amount of vision?
Yeah, it stops
we
at
can
like
only
that
see to
window.
there.
Oops. Let me.
Oh wait, I don't have that. I don't have it. It's them.
Daylight mode turned on. Interesting. You should have a
I
lot
can't
of
see right
visibility.
there.
Is it out of your?
That's where the line
Is
is.
it out of your vision? Maybe. Yeah. On mine.
Huh. I wonder if it.
There's a.
if- Do
I'm going to pull out my whistle, my diviner, and I'm going to blow a really high note, and it's going to blast right at Larian.
Okay.
I am casting not disguise self. The next one down, dissonant whispers. So he hears this racking, horrible sound in his brain that he knows is coming from me. So he's got to make a. Maybe I should read the spell. Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom? Okay.
Yep.
Ooh, that's bad. 7.
So he takes
Where'd she go?
7 psychic damage,
Okay.
and he must immediately use his reaction to run away. As far
very
away
nice.
from me as he can go.
Ooh, that's nice.
2, 3.
Which should hopefully
Myetharia.
mean the other two get to.
You both just had your turn, so you do both have your reactions if you'd like.
He's left
Yeah.
your space. So you can
Myetharia.
do an
Yeah,
opportunity
yeah.
attack.
She can hit him
Absolutely.
on a different dice.
No, I'm gonna try one more time. If this fails me, maybe I'll take you up on that. That is a 2. Oh, my
jeez.
gosh.
Oh yeah.
So
Sounds
7
good.
to hit. So no. Nope. That doesn't hit him.
Okay. Winry, would you like to as well, or are you not?
Would you like to give him a punch?
Like to punch him on his way by?
Yes.
Sorry, I know you're
Yeah.
juggling things right now.
Hopefully not babies.
17.
17
Nice.
does hit.
Down.
Ooh, 7.
Nice.
Very nice. 7 points of damage as he bolts, looking concerned over his shoulder as he does so. Kind of runs to the far side of the table, give or take, where he kind of has the table between you and him.
Perfect. Thanks. Sorry, that is the end of my turn.
Okay, very nice. Next up at this point then is going to be the Solin's turn, and the Solin is going to begin to make attacks against the person who has assaulted her, or its owner, so to speak, the most. So it's going to kind of shimmy over to this direction. It's going to make 2 beams against Myetharia. Actually, no, you both have hit it. One against Winry, one against Myetharia again. We'll do that. Another 1 against Myetharia. That's ridiculous. Winry is only a 13 to hit for you. I think that also probably misses. All right, perfect. She said yes, in case anyone was curious.
Sweet.
So both of these beams go awry as well, as it's unable to find purchase on either of you.
Nice work, everybody.
It is then Larian's turn next, and he suffers no ill effects, I'm assuming, afterwards. So he
He's
will
good to
then
go.
take his move. He's going to dive back in, and with the rapier, he's going to attempt to plunge it back into Myetharia. That is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
All right, he still has an ally next to you.
He does?
He does?
Where is she?
She's disappeared, by the way, from the map.
Oh, nope.
Nope, we're good.
I mean, there she is.
We just had the bubbles blocking her.
Oh, okay.
My bubble.
Okay, I was gonna say she disappeared. I didn't do
Like
anything to
she's
her.
right there.
You're good.
Yeah, she's right there. Oh, jeez. The
Much
rapier
damage?
plunges in deep. Also, it does. Jeez. 22 points of piercing damage.
What?
Okay, she's on the
Yikes.
ground.
Does 22 points of piercing damage.
You're
We
down?
heard.
As the sneak attack from a rogue doing a significant amount of damage.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, she's on the ground.
Okay. He looks towards Winry next and says, "Don't make the same mistake. Don't make me." That is the end of their turn. At this point, with Myetharia down, it is Shealis' turn, and she's
Can
going
I
to
add-
continue.
Temporary
Yep.
hit points even though she's down?
Yes, but it won't take
It doesn't
effect
do
unless
anything.
she's conscious.
Unless she gets back up. Okay.
And she has to be conscious with active hit points, not only temporary.
Yeah.
So stabilization with temporary does not get her back up.
Yeah.
So I cannot receive them. I cannot receive any temporary
Until-
hit points from her until I am conscious once more. It doesn't pile up until
Yeah.
I'm conscious and then receive all of them all at once. It only begins once I'm conscious. Okay.
She is going to attempt to pull back. You know what? Is she going to do anything with her action? I hadn't considered what she was going to do. Yeah, I think she will. So she's going to just withdraw from you, Rayland, not disengaging.
She's not disengaging.
Nope.
That's a 16 to hit.
16 does hit. You do not have sneak attack, though, because Myetharia is down.
Yeah, I understand. 6 hit damage.
6 points of damage. You kind of scrape across her armor once more, continuing to kind of weaken things. And she is going to pull back to where Larion went to, basically, kind of the far side of the table to get a little bit of distance and a little bit of space. And as she does so, she's going to use her bonus action, Immersion, to... the sphere will start moving once more, and it is going to park itself. You know what? She's going to pull it back to here, actually, kind of past the furniture. You can see that the chair that it kind of went over starts on fire a little bit, just a little bit of flames across it, and then it'll park it just kind of as a ward between her and the party a little bit. At the end of this move, she is going to ram it into Rayland. So go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh, that one is 2 plus 5, 7.
This time you're unable to avoid it quite as easily. It takes 7 points of fire damage as it bashes into you. And then... Actually, I should make sure. Yeah, she's fine. And then she will, with her action, cast Fire Bolt at Rayland as well. Kind of shooting a firebolt at you.
Light you up.
That is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Alright, I think. Need to make sure of damage. That's what I thought, yep. With that, she will deal 9 points of fire damage.
Oh, that sucks. I'm down.
Oh
No.
But you were just about to get tipper.
Oh shoot.
Sorry.
This is not good.
3 of you may have.
With that, yeah.
Yeah, the
Rayland-
two tough
Rayland
people
drops.
go down. We all look at each other like, oh no.
Oh shit.
Not tough. I mean, oh yeah, you mean
The
like
two
personality
experienced.
wise, yeah.
Two experienced people go down. Yeah.
She'll say, it's not worth your lives. Let us go. And that is the end of her turn. Rayland, you can go ahead and make your first death save.
All right, that's 11.
That is a success.
Oof. Oof.
Bryn, you can also give him his bubble if he gets up.
Yeah. Okay, so I have it marked down. I'm gonna move in. Son of a bitch. I can move myself. Hey. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. From there, I'm I'll stabilize Myetharia.
Okay.
With my action. And that's all I got.
Okay. You are then stable, though not conscious currently, but you are not bleeding out actively.
Right.
Myetharia.
Okay, thank you.
So on your turn, nothing happens because you are just laying there. Winry, it will be your turn if you are able.
Do either of them look hurt?
Larion looks quite injured. Shealis has had a couple of stabs, but nothing too significant at this point in time.
Okay. I will hit him.
Eat him good.
Ooh, 22.
Ooh,
Nice.
That definitely hits.
very nice.
And it's 7 damage.
Very nice. He's looking quite rough.
And
Good job.
again.
Go for it.
Ooh, that was a lot of rolling. 10.
10 does not hit. No, the second one he is able to evade, but he is looking battered, bruised, and limping quite a bit.
Do I see the case anywhere?
You know what? You've used both your action and your bonus action, so I'm not gonna give you a free look around as well.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
You get 7 temporary hit points.
Okay. Thank you.
Jack, it's you.
To pull up the diviner and whistle a soothing tone. I'm casting Healing Word on Rayland. My last spell slot.
And you get 5 temporary hit points on top of that.
Uh, 5 HP.
So 5 true HP, 5 temporary.
So, Justin, Healing Word is a bonus action. Can I also cast a cantrip that's an action?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to step here. And I'm going to... This is going to be tough. I'm going to... Because you're out of spell slots, right?
Yeah, I'm checking one more thing, but yeah.
I am going to say... I will teleport Myetharia to safety. And I'm going to blow on my diviner and cast minor illusion on Myetharia and try to make her look like the floor.
Oh my gosh. Yes, because that's how magic is done.
Oh my goodness.
Minor illusion? I don't know. I'm almost.
Oh, it's minor.
Yeah, I'm not tall.
He still has to do a check to discover if you're not the floor.
It's pretty easy. You can step on
Sure.
it.
Yeah, sure. I'm fine with that. The
Step.
downside to this is that he's going to have advantage on it just because
Oh, that's fine.
for shadows and things like this, there is still a body there, if that makes sense. Like depth perception wise and shadows and all this sort of stuff, there's still something there. It just kind of blends into the floor a little bit. So anyone that tries to
man.
look for it could possibly see it. But at least at first blush, they might not notice it if they weren't looking.
All right, I'm good with that. I just don't want him to see her as an easy target and just finish her off.
Sure. Makes sense. Anything else then, Jack?
Yeah. I'm going to keep moving. Oh boy. I'm going to go here.
Okay.
That's it.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh. Okay. Thought I knew what my dex was off the top of my head. I did not. 11.
You take 8 points of fire damage as you are still near that flaming sphere, and it is hot and hurting you.
Yep. So get some sweet heals. Sweet temp.
Yes.
Hit points.
It's the end of your turn.
Oh, I didn't
It
remove
is.
your X. Oops, excuse me.
That was quite a roll.
It is
6.
the Solin's turn next, and as you are starting to aggress upon it, it is going to make 2 shots, both at Jack, who is walking towards it.
Hit. One.
One is
didn't
probably
wanna
going to
shoot
hit,
you
one should
guys.
miss. A 10 and a 20 to hit.
Yeah, 10 misses, 20 definitely hits.
All right. The ray strikes you then, the one of them at least. It deals 6 points of radiant damage as it does so.
All right.
And then it will slide its way right here, trying to block your access to Shealis.
Oh, interesting.
That is the end of its turn. It is then Larian's turn next. And, I mean, one person's been hitting him quite a bit, so he is going to attempt to stab Winry with his rapier at this point. Ooh, where does he? Oh man, that seems like a really fun thing to try. But no, he'll make the stab against Winry.
What?
Yikes.
20 to hit.
Yep.
He does not have an ally next to you, however, so it is 9 points of piercing damage
Yeesh.
as the rapier still strikes true. But that is all that he is able to do on, well, it's really not though, is it? He's then going to disengage, and he is going to move over in this direction with his move. As he, I think, has enough speed for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, perfect. He makes his way over to the other side of the room, getting a little bit of distance and a little space between him and his allies. It is then Shealis' turn. She is going to move the orb right here
Oh. Wow.
at this point in time.
Pish. Oh, pish.
And is going to... She's going to bop it into Bryn, actually. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
She thinks you look slow.
Oh, I am. Saving throws.
Not going to matter too much.
4.
2 points of fire damage. As it does just kind of scalds your fingertips a little bit. Nothing too big.
What is up
and
with this
then-
thing trying to get fingertips? What a jerk.
Hey, it's kind of the furthest out that I can have an orb burn you.
Sure.
Pretty reasonably. She is then going to cast Magic Missile, actually, as that does not require components. And in doing so, she is going to direct all of the pieces of said Magic Missile towards Bryn.
Yeah.
She's recognized the healer in the group and is going to attempt to strike you. I do need to grab up all of my D4s, though. As they all shoot out around.
Don't say it like that.
Shut up, Robert.
I've
She's
done
used her
healing.
healing kit to stabilize
Oh, that's
people.
true. I was just trying to say that I used healing word.
You really want to die. I feel like you have a death
He
wish.
really does.
So all 3 pieces of that magic missile are going to strike at you, Bryn, and they will deal 5, 3, and 2 points of damage, so 10 points of force damage total.
Okay.
Once again,
Warm on the mind, I guess. Like, hit me.
once again, she's going to kind of look towards the rest of you. She sees 2 of you down, though she saw
No,
2
she
of you
does
down.
not.
One of you is still conscious afterwards, but still. And she'll say, "It is not worth your lives. Let us go. We have business." That is the end of her turn. Rayland, it is yours.
Sorry, I'm still trying to log into my character sheet here. For some reason, I got logged out and now I can't. So you're just going to have to bear with me. I think I memorized most of the stuff. So I have 10 hit points. I wake up. Can I... Well, I'm going to wake up, drag myself to my feet, and say, "You're traitors. I'm not going to listen to you, and I will not let the military intelligence fall into Regasian hands." And then he will draw his crossbow and fire at Larion.
All right, go for it.
Let's see, I think it's a +5, so 18 to hit.
18 does hit.
Nice.
5 damage. No, 8 damage.
8 damage.
Yeah.
With the last thunk of the crossbow,
All right.
Larion does fall on the side of the battle.
Nice job.
Progress.
Yield. We have you outnumbered. And with that, I'm going to disengage. Can you...
You don't need to disengage from the sphere.
Oh, okay. Actually, I'm gonna move forward one, and I don't have my sheet in front of me, Justin, but I know that I can actually perform hide or something like that behind people. Do you remember if that's a bonus action or?
You can attempt to hide even when you are obscured. So yeah, it is a bonus action to attempt to hide for you as a rogue.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to hide behind Jack there.
Okay, make a stealth check. It is +7 for you.
Thank you. Plus, okay, 17 to roll. 24. Right. Yeah.
Nice.
All right, perfect. Very nice. We'll see what her role is in the future, but you have attempted to hide while you have cover.
I started to run like I was running over here. Sorry, it doesn't work
Like
on the map
Fame?
to ping,
Like
and then
Fame?
if you can imagine
Sure.
a camera tracking tracking Rayland, and it keeps going past
He's
Jack,
not
but then all of a sudden
He's
he's
not
not
there.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You lucky
You-
Jack has such a fat ass.
Oh, dang it.
Of course, the camera probably immediately goes to Jack, what's going on here? Anyway.
Why are you looking at me?
All right, go ahead.
Silly camera.
So you're
How
going to
many-
get temporary hit points from Bryn, and then you're going to have to make a dexterity saving throw.
How many did he have before? Does it say on there, Justin?
5.
I had 5.
Okay, so 7 now.
Okay.
I didn't change on my sheet. I was very confused.
Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw also. This is at a +5,
Why am I making a dexterity saving throw?
because we're still adjacent to the sphere.
Oh. 11. I think it's +5, so it's 16.
Okay, very nice. You
Nice.
still do take 5 points of fire damage, though.
Oh.
So you would have taken the 7 after that was gone. So it would have taken your 5 because it's at the end of your turn.
So is this.
Oh.
So I will rule in your favor for this time, but this is just as likely to burn you the other way around as it is to help you this way, because you could have wanted to have the temporary hit points before you took damage
Yeah,
also.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So I
Okay.
will allow him to have the 7 hit points this time, and we can just make it a rule that your thing happens last at the end of the turn if that's what you want, but it has to be consistent one way or the other.
Yeah, I understand.
Is it written as last?
At the end of
Both
your
of
turn.
these things are at the end of your turn.
So if there's two things that
So
happen,
you're
we've
saying
got
we
to pick.
That
for
gets
sure make this the
confusing.
end of the turn?
I would say make it the first thing. We can come back
First
to it.
last
But
thing.
Circle around to it.
yeah, the first last thing. So yeah.
Sure, we can talk about it after.
The
Yeah.
dumbest thing we've ever said in this game. The first last thing.
Oops.
So do I have two? So then do
Yeah,
I
just
have
go with two temporary hit points.
Okay. Thank you.
I've been updating your sheet unless you're in, by the way. So,
I'm not yet. I have to update my password. Twitch sucks. I hate Twitch, honestly.
I've
Twitch
never had a
is-
problem with it, but sure.
I don't.
No, Bryn,
I don't know
it is
why I have
your
a problem
turn.
with Twitch. It's the only program I've had a problem with.
Okay. I'm actually. This is gonna be different, guys. I'm going to shoot a sacred flame at Shealis.
Nice.
So it's a dex save.
Dexterity saving throw. All right. Okay.
13 hold on.
Oh,
13? Yeah.
Yeah, it's 13.
that is a 10.
Ooh!
Nice.
1d8. I need a d8. Where'd you go?
Damn it.
Come on, 8. Come on, 8. 1.
Is that a 1?
Oh my gosh. you
One
fucking
hit
here.
point.
Hey, she still has to make a concentration check.
You succeeded.
Does she?
She's totally fine.
That I would like to. We don't have to disengage for the thing. I would like to. Can I go over? I wanna.
You can run the mouse too.
Yep. I just want to move this way.
Sure.
Beating up on you, you want to get out of there?
Yeah.
Easy enough to do. All right, you back up a little bit.
That is all. It is finished.
Myetharia, it is you. You make your
can't
first. You're not, or you're stable right now.
Yep.
Correct.
But
So you don't
nothing.
do anything.
I can't use, say, fighting
I
spirit
am-
while I'm unconscious, right?
Read it to me. I don't know it off the top of my
As a
head.
bonus action, you can give yourself advantage on weapon attack rolls until the end of the current turn, and give yourself 5 temporary hit points.
So, no.
Since they're
I
temporary.
didn't think so. I just thought I'd check, just in case. Just in case.
And also they're temporary, so it wouldn't help you get up anyway, either.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Then I guess
I am going to
anything?
consider the flaming sphere
Ha ha ha! I
dealing you
wonder.
damage
I
and the
wonder.
temporary hit points from Bryn as roughly offsetting each other. And I'm just not going to force you to kill yourself by fighting each. Jack walked up and made her kind of look
I
stone-ish.
cast
to
minor
protect her.
Illusion.
I cast
As
minor
if
illusion just
I
to make her
disappeared.
look like the floor.
Right.
Okay.
Just go with it.
Is everyone still attacking her?
Yes.
So far,
Okay.
she's taken it well in stride so far.
I will use Ray of Frost cantrip.
Okay.
Yeah, 10.
Does not hit. Nope, she's able to dodge out of the way of your ray of frost. She seems practiced almost in fighting enemies who are casting spells at her.
Then I'll look around for the case.
All right, make a. We'll say it's an investigation check. I'm fine with perception if you're trained in that instead. Either is fine.
Perception. 20.
You look around and you see no sign of like a fancy looking black box or anything similar to that around here. What you do notice is that she appeared to be in some amount of hurry in terms of like packing and things like this. And so there's
Crates.
There's some crates to some extent, I guess. I don't know why they wanted to add them into the battle map to some extent. But it's more... She had some like backpack and satchels and things like this that she was in the process of packing things into when you guys came in. And so there's some stuff on her desk that she was in the process of packing, basically. Nothing that seems as large as the box that you were supposed to be looking for, however.
Okay. I'm gonna move. There.
Okay.
Very good points.
Jack, it will be your turn while she deals with that.
I'm going to let the diviner fall down back under my tunic. I'm going to go 5. I want to jump up on the table. Can I do that?
Okay. Make an athletics check.
Okay.
It's marginal, but
Natural 20.
You're on that table with confidence.
you look real smooth. Kind
it's a
of
tavern
Dukes of
performer.
Hazzard, maybe, if you're going across it. Or...
So actually, I'm going to... I think the phrase is kip. I'm going to kip up on the... No, that's when you're on your back. I'm jumping up on the table athletically.
Both feet.
And as I jump up, I'm going to pull out my short bow. And I'm going to... I'm going to try to, once my feet place on the table, I'm then going to jump and try to, like, I don't know how to describe it, almost like cartwheel in the air and fire my bow at what's-her-face and land there. It's a bunch of things.
Sure. I mean, you jumped up on the table just fine. I will allow you to jump off the table in any way that you would so choose at that point in time. And you're shooting from this square.
Yep.
Is the upshot. So go for
it. 14?
14 is not enough. It's very close, but just last second kind of glances off the chainmail underneath her
Too much
her
flourish.
robes, and it scoots off towards the sink instead.
I will say it was very acrobatic, and
It was super impressive.
I wasn't going for impressive, but just FYI, maybe you didn't expect Jack to be so athletic.
Yep. I'm clapping and jumped up and down.
Everyone's very excited.
That's it.
All right.
Give me them hit points.
8.
Nice.
Both beams will once again shoot towards you, Jack.
Oh, hey.
You're neither of them is going to be hitting you, though. Those are very poor. 7 and 10.
Shot at me while I was doing the flip.
Yeah, and it unable to find its mark, unfortunately. All right.
Parkour.
Yeah, right. At this, Shealis is going to take one more step, and she's going to spend a moment to reach into the cabinet behind her, and will pull out a small item, something in her hands, and then she will turn around and say, "Last chance, let me go or you all die." And she will prepare a spell. You can tell that she is preparing a spell. But she is holding it for the time being. Rayland, it will be you. As soon as you take one step forward, she launches a fireball in the middle of the group.
Say you fireball?
He backs up.
Gave you lots of warnings.
Well,
No, I pulled him back because it's at the first step that happens. And so a fireball launches forward from her hand. It lands basically on the the sphere on the ground and erupts in flame in all directions.
Awesome.
All
awesome.
5 of you make a dexterity saving throw.
I believe I automatically fail that.
You do, and this one's enough that it's actually going to matter.
Oh, don't say that.
It would just give her 2 death saves, right?
Maybe.
Rolled a 20.
Oh, I rolled an 18.
Nice.
19.
Oh,
Nice.
Very nice. Rayland?
He's already
Ryan.
dead. He's already dead.
You muted?
Right, you're muted. If
yeah, you're muted, Ryan.
Sorry, I forgot about that. I have 14. I was like saying 14. 14.
14. Perfect. Okay, you all do save except for Myetharia, unfortunately. Myetharia, you can take 1 death saving throw. The rest of you take 15 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Oh.
15.
15.
That's
much.
So many-
That's
Thank
sick. This,
I mean,
this bitch cray.
Rayland's definitely down, right?
Oh yeah, I'm down.
That's it for distraction, yeah.
Rayland is burning. Winry, you doing okay?
Yep.
Okay. Bryn and Jack also still fine.
Still up.
I'm still up.
Okay. Rayland, at the end of your turn, you can make your first death saving throw.
Sorry, I'm trying. I mean, I am in the app now. I'm just trying to. So damage. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. Am I still muted? No. Okay.
Oh, you're good.
Are you good?
12.
Okay, so first success again. Bryn, it is your turn once more.
So, I don't know how I would know this, but does Myetharia have to continue to make death saving throws now? Like she's no longer stable?
She is not stable. I'm gonna. How does minor illusion work anyway?
Question.
Oh,
if
yeah.
she can,
If it takes damage, does it go away?
if she investigates, she can see that it's fake. But I mean, it's
so
not really any. Oh, now
it
she's on fire
concentration?
though.
yeah,
let
I'm
me
gonna
read.
say just because of her being on fire at this point in time, like her actual clothing is on fire. I think it's fairly clear that there's still a body, or at least something there on the ground that's on fire. Up to you how you want to determine that.
Yeah, I mean, the question would then be, would she be disguised as something not on fire, and therefore the fire goes away? And I would say probably not. So yeah, probably there's. I mean, she probably still looks like the floor, but there's a
Floor is
body-shaped
just on
lump on the
fire.
floor that is also on fire.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna do that stupid ball of
Yeah,
fire.
that thing sucks.
You're welcome.
Okay, 5, 10.
I think I used that spell once in our last campaign, and it did nothing.
All right, so I'm gonna do.
Turns out it's a lot better at low level than it is at level 18.
Yep.
I'm gonna stabilize Myetharia. I'm keeping
Okay.
track of this, Justin. So
Okay.
that was 10 movement, and then I'm gonna do 10, 15. Sure, 15. Yeah, 20. Sure. That's all I got. My temporary hit points.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to continue to use the same ruling just for ease of, even though technically she doesn't have temporary hit points yet until the end of her turn, but then it happens. So I'm still going to continue the same rule there for you, Myetharia. You continue to be unconscious but not dying.
You
Yeah,
burn
that's
heal,
cool.
burn
That's
heal,
cool.
burn heal, burn heal.
Yeah. Winry, it is your turn. I don't actually know how big that thing is off the top of my head.
What?
You could go over the table.
Yeah, you can kind of cut around the corner a little bit. I'm fine with that in this regard.
Punch.
Who, her?
Uh-huh.
Okay, go for it.
24.
Does hit.
Nice.
7.
All right, the sphere maintains.
1. 11.
11 does not hit. The second one, she's able to dodge out of the way of.
Got you them key points?
No, I used them all last time.
We're bad way, guys. Tight spot.
That's it.
All right, Jack, it's you.
You take 9 temporary hit points.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop my short bow and pull out my short sword and regretfully stab at her.
Okay, go for it. That'll be your bonus action to do the switching.
10.
Wow.
Unfortunate. She's able to evade you as well as she continues to just kind of, Muhammad Ali in the corner a little bit.
I really didn't want to hit her.
Yeah,
so it
I was gonna say true to
out.
character.
Timber hit points.
Are you done?
Yeah.
7.
That's it.
We are
All right.
just bumblefucking through this.
Yeah, this is not going well.
Solon will continue to cast Raise now at Winry. The 14. Winry, does that hit you? Alright, they both miss as she says no from the distance. That is all it will do on its turn.
Great.
You kind of hear some croaking and gasping from behind you as Larian is slowly dying in the background. It is then Shealis'
It's
turn.
too bad.
Yeah, she's going to look at you guys all once more and say, you will not survive another.
Did she take damage with that?
She did not.
But it's 30 feet. Isn't Fireball 30 feet
has
radius?
the ability to sculpt spells.
Oh, you dumb biddy.
Says, you will not survive another. She readies once more a spell within her hands. Leave now while you can.
Can I respond or do I need to wait for my turn?
Go for it. You can say something.
I'll say, all right. There's no need for more bloodshed. It is clear that you are more powerful than we are. Let us leave, and we will harass you no longer. And I kind of like sheath my sword and put my hands up.
All right. Rayland, you haven't been stabilized yet, technically, right?
No.
He is not.
It's still a death saving throw for you. If you're
Say
saying
14
something, you're
again.
muted.
No, I'm not muted anymore. Let's see. I moved to a dark part of the house, so 1 second.
No problem.
See, I rolled a 17.
All right,
Nice.
2 successes. Bryn, it will be you next.
I'm gonna stabilize Rayland.
With the kit?
Yeah.
All right. You stabilize him. He
A
is
few more of those.
also not looking good, but he is no longer dying, at least. Anything else on your turn, Bryn?
So I'm gonna ask her, where are you taking the information? We're trying to help the resistance. Aren't you part of Gates Pass? Don't you want to help the city survive?
She'll kind of smirk and smile at you and say, I was never a part of this city. Taking it home. Myetharia, Winry, it will be you next with whatever you would like to do.
And I've got my sword sheathed and my hands up.
Is she hurt?
Some. You don't notice any massively obvious bleeding or near death moments or anything like this.
She's not holding anything on her.
What do you mean?
Does she have anything with her right now?
She has one satchel around her shoulder that has something within it, though nothing big. It's like a purse basically that she has with her.
I'll say I'm backing up to let you pass. And then I'm gonna back up.
Okay. She will not do anything. She is holding a spell currently.
Okay.
I can say in good faith she could have moved the orb away from both of you, just to not have to worry about it. Okay, you back up. Jack, would you like to do anything?
Just say that we only wanted the information to stop further bloodshed. But I believe enough blood has been shed so far today.
Okay.
Please let us go.
Mm-hmm.
Or we'll let you go, and I'll let her make a move.
Some of each. Are you going to pack up, or are you going to stay next to
her? Yep, I'll back up.
Okay. You back up across the room. The Solon will kind of drift to her shoulder, or near her shoulder, basically, and will just kind of sit there protectively, realizing and taking up her posture of defense, but defiance. And then you hear from behind you, Bryn, as you're kind of looking forwards and watching everything else that happens, you can hear the kind of last death rattle gasps from Larion behind you as he expires. As she looks over towards him, she sighs and kind of shakes her head and says, "You've cost me more than you know tonight." But she will hold the spell and move towards Jack and Winry and say, "Move, please. I must collect the rest of my things and I will be gone."
I'll step aside. While she's collecting her things, I'll still have my hands up and I'll say, Shealis must be paying handsomely for this information.
Was that the end of the sentence?
Don't hurt yourself.
He's thinking.
My father could pay you more.
She looks at you kind of interested. And she says, "Well, a cute proposition, but unfortunate that I have other business to deal with." And she'll begin to kind of place a few things within her satchel. You notice that she has kind of a handful of little potions that she grabs with her. And also a book that she grabs that looks similar to like a spell book that you might have seen from other mages and things like this that would be around this area that she packs into her bag. And with that, with the few things that she has on her, the potions and that spell book, she begins to make her way past Winry towards the door unless someone has stopped her. She still has a spell readied in hand in case someone attempts to lay a hand on her.
I'll say one more of, is it Lord Shaladel that's paying you for this information? I guess I'm looking for like a reaction or like a look of recognition or something.
She'll say, "You think highly of me. I can say this. If you really need this information later, speak to Clathan. You can try to find them if you will."
Clathan?
Clathan. Clathan. If you can find Clathan, I'm sure that they can help you.
Thank you. I am sorry for the loss of your man.
He eyes over you towards the unfortunately dead body behind you, says, I won't forget it. And she steps out of the room with the Solon at her back, and the flaming sphere winks out next to you, or nearby, as she steps into the hallway and walks down. You can hear the click of her shoes as she leaves. And it is at this point that we will end tonight's session.